we get to our gauntlet-style playoffs, but they need to start making the changes pretty soon. Hecarim going to be banned away from Snake.
The other thing teams need to stop doing is picking AP Ezreal into Brahms.
Yeah.
Because it's really not working.
No. Of course, it was the last pick Ezreal last time around, so no excuse from OMG's side. Kalista going to be banned here. Snake not going to let North have his chance to play that champion. Echo going to leave the table as well. Of course, OMG banning that in both of our games thus far. Snake now considering what they want to take away. Ryze is going to be removed. Xiang not going to play that champion. And OMG very, very comfortable with what they want to be banning. Not taking a lot of time, but Rek'Sai going to be removed.
Wow,
and
ZZR.
A lot of respect.
Gets target ban. That means that the Fizz will be left available for either Flandre or you to pick up there. And it looks like it's going to be Braum.
Yeah, amazing. Realizing that, yes, I can be good, guys. Don't worry.
In the space of 2 nights, Braum has gone from being non-existent to a first pick champion.
Yes. That's assuming it is actually picked up here as the first pick, and it is going to be OMG. Lock it down.
I like it. He does a lot of good things in lane, especially against Alistar. Yeah. And you know, as long as AP Ezreal exists, there's a very good case for Braum to be a mainstay in the support role.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So Snake not
going
to be able to...
He also touched up his Q, I think. He's back to release Braum status.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, he's had a couple of slight buffs. But Snake, what do they do now? I mean, as the two sort of main junglers are banned away, Gragas and Rek'Sai both off the board. ZZR needs to be able to pick up his next option here. Nautilus is the consideration. Snake not giving anything away. Azir was still up, and they're not going to take it off the board just yet.
Yeah, so don't want to pick it. See whether they want to run a poke composition into it, something like that. Cool. You'd have to think it has to be priority to take away right now because you showed last game how good he is on that champion. Picked up the MVP, able to dominate team fights, and is relatively safe. You saw that Loveling wanted to camp him, but wasn't able to get on top of him at all.
Yeah, but I mean, now with the Braum on the side of OMG, do they just go back to the Ezreal and just play it again?
Yeah, potentially. I don't know whether you plays a particularly good Yasuo coming through there in the mid lane. That, of course, would be the other counter to come through, if that is what they wanted to go with, but have to see.
We certainly do, as Martin has taken away the Sivir. Corki available for North if he wants to grab it. Xiang more than happy to pick up yet another Maokai. Snake, we'll see what Flandre does in answer to it this time around. Can just go back to the Nara if he wants to. Shen was available, not going to be banned away, and it's hovered now from Martin. Fizz for you is also a consideration. We'll see whether he wants to take that into the mid lane. Is definitely something he can do, and if someone wants to be able to stay on top of an Ezreal, Fizz has got a few ways to do so.
Certainly does, and you see that they're also hovering in Nidalee right now. They don't have to pick the Shen, because top and support have been locked in for OMG. We'll see whether... Wow,
Nuno at least being considered. Locked in here for ZZR. He's going to be probably playing that one in the mid lane. Unless Flandre wants to, you know, do his best Xiang impression.
Their jungler.
What?
You said probably playing it in the mid lane. That's all right.
Oh, right. I don't know why everyone seems to be... He might be in the mid lane.
Might be.
You know, a few times.
Yep, couple.
Probably just not exclusively playing it in the mid lane. Playing it also in the
really smart decision here if they do take away the Azir, because very easy for Flandre to take that Fizz into the top lane, then to lock in a last pick Azir and have the blood-boiled Azir running around the rift, which is not something they want to happen. In saying that, they can easily go the Varus here as well, run the poke double AD comp and have some AP in the top lane coming through from Flandre. Would definitely be a consideration against Azir.
Does make a bit of sense. So Varus could be coming through if they want to. But Victor still up as well. Sort of the standard matchup here for you versus Korn. Cool. Is who it actually is there in the mid lane for OMG. It's just cycling through some LPL mid laners. Don't even worry about it.
There's only 12 of them. You would have got there eventually.
I got there in my 3rd try. We were fine. I'm basically good at this.
Top 25%.
Yeah. No problem there at all. But he's going to be locked away. So Ella going to grab the Victor here for you in the mid lane. So ZZR running around on the Nunu. We'll see how he goes. As Loveling has, of course, grabbed the Evelynn. No Rek'Sais to speak of this game. So Loveling might be unleashed. And this team comp from OMG looking a lot stronger than last time around.
Yeah, it certainly is. Has some good zone controls. Might lack a little bit in damage coming through there. They have a Corki Azir.
Yeah.
That's really all they have to offer here. So good persistent damage going to come out. But this is the matchup I want to talk about. Flandre, man that popularized the top Magus Fizz, now of course is not there anymore.
Did he popularize it?
He did. It was played 2 games, and I'm hoping he goes towards the AP Fizz again.
Your definition of popular is very, very different to mine.
Certainly is, because I was a geek growing up, Atlas. You want to talk about it anymore?
Oh, don't worry, I understand the feeling. North into Martin here, taking the Corki into the Civil. We did just duck over the Azir versus Victor, but that's also in the game, as Amazing is going to be taking his Braum into Ella's Nautilus. Let's talk more about how you were in high school, Spawn.
No, thank you. It's a dark time. Oh, wow.
My goodness, but Snake taking on OMG here. OMG looking to try and answer the first victory of Snake, and we'll see whether they can do it as we move on to the Rift. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for OMG versus Snake. As OMG now moving up as a unit. Trying to get into this game. Loveling scouting out. He'll scout ahead. Fortunately, he's not playing Teemo.
You hear the cries out for the teams. OMG, they had a lot of people very not into it, and then Snake had like 4 people so keen coming through. We'll have to see whether Loveling is caught out here. They do spot the invade.
Now, Loveling hasn't been discovered yet, though, so his forward movements are going to spot out ZZR.
And I like even this matchup. You know, this was the first time we really saw it come out of Clear Love at MSI. Well, it was the second time. The first one, I'm not convinced it was a real pick. But so the first time we saw it was actually in response to a Nunu being picked up. And it's all about the snowball. You wait for Nunu to snowball you, you hit your W, then you chase him and try and kill him during the duration, where the slow doesn't affect you at all. It also means that it's very hard to counter jungle in Evelynn, because you ever walk into the jungle, you don't know where she is. Very easy for your mid laner or your bottom to collapse and really assist her there. So Loveling, an aggressive pickup. We've seen him play it a couple of times already. Both times he's got triple kills.
Yeah.
I want to see how he's able to take this Eve into the ZZR's Nunu.
Well, it looks like we are going to have standard lanes for both of these sides one more time. Snake going to be starting towards the bottom side, as ZZR just going to eat this guy. Double smites actually.
Standard lanes again.
Yeah. So the Nautilus Sivir into the Braum Corki. And how does this one work? I do like the Braum Corki matchup just in general, but that's just me. And I often like pretty silly things.
Yeah, so actually Braum Corki is a lot of magic damage coming through there. It has a surprising amount of burst, but it's hard for Corki to ever get 4 auto attack off on a person.
Yeah.
Actually likes to just trade phosphorus bomb, auto attack, phosphorus bomb, auto attack, so doesn't really get the 4th one through there. So Braum's going to have to do a little bit more heavy lifting than you would in, say, the Lucian Braum lane, which is my favorite. All you need is 2 spells.
Yeah.
But you can see, Poke very good at this stage of the game.
Yeah, OMG pressuring him out of this lane, has hit the level 2, so a lot more pressure. Flandre versus Jiang here in this top side, and Fizz versus Maokai feels like a matchup that Fizz would be pretty happy.
Yeah, this is the original Fizz lane coming through here. Maokai was the person that brought Fizz and Poppy into the top lane, just because he does nothing. He is a sitting duck waiting to be beaten down. Has a lot of sustain, but hard to force those 2 champions out if they go bottle first. And you can see that's exactly what Flandre has done. He has the smite up there in the lane. Also a little bit down in CS as well, as there's a huge wave on his turret.
He hasn't been farming at all, by the looks of things. Has managed to pick up 4, as ZZR is going to be taking down his red buff. Standard jungle paths for both of these guys, as OMG actually took the little Krug. Very cute. So trying to get to that level 2 as quickly as they possibly can. But Snake have already made it up there, and all that pressure has been dispelled just a little bit. 6 CS now the lead, coming out of that early game plan from OMG, so it worked out in their favor.
Certainly did. And you see that the return of Xiong to the top lane as Flandre evens out some CS, but he grabs a 2nd ring for himself. So maybe looking to be a little bit more of a bully in this top lane than we otherwise would have expected.
ZZR unspotted by a ward, but wants to eat himself a Scuttle Crab. Flandre hits that level 4. And did actually jungle just a little bit before getting to lane. I believe it was a Gromp that he grabbed. So a little bit of an extra gold for the Fizz, and he grabbed himself the
Xiong also grabbed the Gromp.
So, oh, did he?
Yep.
Okay.
helped out Loveling there. The deal for top laners is you get the Gromp as long as you tank the blue buff.
Ah, okay.
So you know it's a trade coming in there, as you wants his lane shoved, obviously, because ZZR is being annoying.
Well, in fact, you down fairly low as far as that Sand Soldier poke is concerned. Just wants to be able to back away, and he is going to.
And you know, we talk about the synergy that comes through from Nunu as well as Azir, and the reverse synergy is there. As long as ZZR snowballs the Azir, slows down all that attack speed, is going to allow him. And ZZR, this is a really cute Nunu pickup move. It's what a lot of teams used to do with Elise as well. You just run into lane, blood boil a target. Elise used to drop Spiderlings and start hit the turret as well. And just trying to shove everyone up simultaneously.
Yep, just helping out, aiding everyone as they move in, of course.
You can see he's still in the bottom lane. That's now become a tri lane. He's not going anywhere.
Oh, Blood Boil into a Sivir. Definitely going to be able to throw around those ricochets even further. Jiang with a cute little soccer ball over the side there, making sure that there's no Nunus. But of course, there definitely wasn't. He was in the bottom side of the map. Flydrake, oh, getting hit by a massive arcane smash there from this double Doran's Ring Jiang. And Martin might need to be careful. Phosphorus Bomb not going to get spell shielded. Pretty sure that was on cooldown from previously, as the Winter's Bite was not active on this Sivir. Jiang just able to clear out all of these creeps. That was a very satisfying arcane smash. Yes, I get very excited about farm spawn.
I wasn't even laughing at that time. I was just wondering what the difference was between an excited arcane smash was and a normal arcane smash.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't. You know, Maokai, not a staple.
What? You play a lot of Maokai Spawn, don't you?
Thanks, man.
Pretty sure that was the... Let's not go into it. Don't need to talk about that again. I think we're done. 48 CS to 36, though, as far as that top lane is concerned. So Flandre able to get some work done there, trying to keep up, but still... You know, the early pressure of Maokai doing some work.
And once again, a really quiet early game coming through. So both teams just keeping it nice and standard. And OMG have done... no, this time it's Snake. So Snake this time want to dodge the aggressive lane. They rotate into the top to try and get away.
Yeah, just switched it around. No dragon to be taken. Loveling is hanging around that area if he wants to. Of course, Evelyn, not necessarily the tankiest at this stage of the game, is a little bit difficult. Not going to solo it or anything like that, but has an opportunity. Flandre now does have the Ruby Crystal, so it looks like it is going to be
Cinderhawk
the Cinderhawk star, yeah.
Oh, as you does a lot of damage to Cool. You think with an ultimate there, might have even been able to take it through. Barrier available for both mid laners, so not a lot of kill potential.
Yep, nice attack command from those Sand Soldiers on the auto attack there, but OMG, as we predicted, you're going to be taking down this dragon at 7.5 minutes in the game, locking down the first very easily. Flandre wants to take a couple of sneaky sentinels from this blue
That
buff.
is warded, so they can move up there if they want, but they don't. Flandre, of course, frozen off that lane, so he's just trying to get as much gold as he can throughout the jungle. Don't think that Yu's nice enough to donate that across to the top lane, Fizz.
No. Not at this stage. He's going to start it up here, though, and it looks like he might be... He's just going to be the one that delivers it to you, and he's going to grab it. No worries at all. So blue buff completely taken for you.
As opposed to partially, and Cool going to...
Actually, no, it was only partially taken, wasn't it? Because the little sentinels went down. My bad. Not completely taken at all, even though it was stupid to say anyway. Hate Spike is going to be helping out Loveling take down this blue buff on this side, and Cool is also going to partially take one.
So both mid laners with blue buff coming up there. And once again, Dragon was seated across it. Oh, Yu wants to see if he can chunk Cool out here. Not going to actually pull the trigger on it. And the lane swaps come through, a little bit delayed, but looks like Snake very much in control.
Yeah. And you've got North towards the bottom side, actually on his own here against the Fizz. Flandre.
Ooh, they want a 3-man gank in the top lane. You see Loveling and Amazing running up in that direction. Loveling going to be spotted by a ward, though.
Yeah. He's able to get one cheeky auto attack, but doesn't want to overextend too much. Nice spell shield from Martin. Gets him some mana back that I don't think he necessarily needed, but not going to get Winter's bitten.
So we're looking at, once again, a really quiet game coming through here. Both AD carries can push really quickly, but they're just trying to get North in a position with that Avarice Blade where he can catch up a lot in the gold. So right now, the lane swap definitely suiting Snake a little bit more than what it is suiting OMG, just because they don't have an Avarice Blade AD carry, you have to say, coming through here. It's also isolated the mid lane a little bit, which Victor should be able to shove Cool in now that he has a blue buff and that first purchase of the Hex Core. But in saying that, they're denying a lot of farm away from Flandre, who's relegated to farming in the jungle, but once again, takes farm away from ZZR. So they need to be careful how long this goes for, because as soon as North has that Trinity Force, you think that OMG want to group up and start taking out these objectives.
Yeah, and at the moment, OMG are just ahead in every single lane as far as that farm is concerned. 73 now to 45 is the CS in the top side, so Xiang more than happy as far as that matchup is concerned. And North relentlessly shoving this wave on the bottom side.
They're going to have a huge wave stacked up here. They're looking to take the turret. Ella has come in, but Loveling is also there.
Yeah, nice tide, but going to get stunned up. Oh, the flash out. The fish on top of Amazing here. Flash forward from Ella. There it is. First blood goes down for Flandre, and ZZR, he's in here as well. Slows down the tree, but Snake, they'll take the first blood and move on.
Yeah, they certainly will. Equalizes a lot. All of a sudden, that 30 CS difference coming through in the top lane means nothing at all. They still might be able to shove in this turret because Flandre is backing away, but Sivir should be able to answer the same in the top lane, and things go pear-shaped for OMG.
Yeah, OMG not able to get the dive that they were looking for as he's going to make his way back towards this mid lane as well, so no extra pressure available from Cool. We'll see whether Snake can make something happen. Completely even is the gold, and they even get a pink ward.
So first turret falling down for OMG. Doesn't look like Martin stuck around in that top lane to be able to take one in response for Snake. Dragon should be up in a couple of minutes right now. It was taken, I think, at about 7:40, so see whether OMG are in a position to fight that or whether they want to go back, grab the Sheen, probably in the makings of the Zeal boots, something like that, for the Corki, and rotate around the map.
Yep, Magus enchantment completed here for Loveling. Has been sort of the transition from Magus to, you know, a more tanky build for Evelynn. Seems to be the standard now.
It's Runeglaive on this guy.
Sorry, yes, Runeglaive, not the Magus. I just like calling it Magus. I see a blue diamond in the middle of that Trailblazer and say it every time. Yeah, confusing stuff. Loveling able to clear this one out, but you still getting some damage onto this turret. Actually a fair bit, down to about half health on the outer and the mid lane. So you with some control, almost caught up in farm. Cool was, of course, very far ahead earlier on. He's going to be able to come back and has the Morellonomicon now as well.
You can see 2v2 lane has once again been started up. Ooh, good tag there, but Nunu is behind them. Need to be careful that they don't go overly deep as eyes are on Loveling.
I love that ward as well. Loveling actually unable to use that pink to spot it out and showed that the Evelynn was taking down those Raptors. So knows where Loveling is. Cool, able to put some pressure on, and you're going to head back to base. Gets his second upgrade of the Hex Core and grabs himself a pink ward.
Yeah, so we saw a different build coming out. That was all of the upgrades coming through into the CDR boots and Death Cap. For Cool, I think it was, and really it didn't accelerate it. Made him incredibly strong as soon as he had the two items in conjunction. Got rid of all the wave clear of the build and things like that that you look at as the bonuses of having a Victor in your team.
Yep.
But it did mean that as soon as he had the Death Cap, he was just willing to take over fights and able to dish out huge amounts of damage and utility. So we'll see whether Yu wants to go for something similar or whether he's just going to sit on a couple of the upgrades and then go through for some CDR to help out with the wave clear.
Yeah, probably valued the movement speed from that Q pretty highly as well.
Well, the problem is that right now you're going to be dealing with a Corki that has Trinity Force quite soon, and Martin needs to keep farming because he's still a couple of 20 CS behind. So Victory is your primary wave clear right there, and if he doesn't have cooldown reduction, it means he can't continually spam out the laser across the waves and really defend turrets well.
No, but you're actually going to be starting off the Dragon here, pulling it out of the pit. Death Ray's there. It's going to have a Nunu hanging around as well, but OMG going to answer with the mid lane turret. By the looks of things, are going to transition towards this Dragon. You can see blue buff now is what's going to be taken from Snake, not wanting to go for the more aggressive approach. They are going to be able to grab this one, but it looks like OMG are going to start the Dragon for themselves.
Yeah, so they started up. They've already walked Xiang down. They have their teleport available. It's coming through from Flandre, going to be a fight.
Yeah, Flandre looking to find his way in. We'll see whether the fish lands. Throws it out already on top of Xiang. Amazing there as well, but ZZR, he's already dead. OMG turning this fight around. Ella in amongst it, but Flandre getting the focus. They do take down Amazing, but it's 2 kills, already on the side of OMG. Low health bars, and we'll see whether they can get back in, but Not going to happen. It looks like the 2-for-1 going in favor of OMG.
And Cool just shoved 3 members on top of his support. Really good Emperor's Divide coming through because it was a lot of damage, but poor Amazing was just caught with everyone on top of him. It was like everyone had an immediate gap closer to just take him off the rift.
Yep.
ZZR went down much too early though in that fight. Will mean that a lot of damage goes over on this mid lane turret.
Yeah, you does still have a fair bit of wave clear, so he's going to be able to lock down these creeps, but still 10 behind as far as the CS, and now we've got a 1-0-1 Azir that Snake need to deal with.
Flandre, though, in the top lane, he's 2-0-0. Has really gotten rolling after, I guess it was a 40 CS discrepancy in the top lane there.
Yeah.
So having a much better time now on Fizz. And if he can turn into that really sticky bruiser that's just impossible to deal with, take North out of these team fights, or better yet, Cool, deal with Azir, it's just going to mean great things for Snake as the game continues to progress. Well, now they've started up the Dragon.
Yeah, Snake's starting to get up. They do have 4 people here, a couple of smites and a consume as well. They can go through this Dragon, are going to be able to lock it down.
Xiong had teleport, they just didn't have the ultimates available, I guess, didn't want to contest.
Yeah, unable to, so answering the first Dragon. This game's still very, very close. We've been talking about it a little bit like OMG had leads built up for themselves, and that's because of the items that they have managed to pick up. But so far, the gold, only 1,000 in it here, as OMG are going to be able to extend it a little bit with this outer turret in the top lane.
Yeah, the problem is that it's coming to a breaking point. 1.7 is currently the lead right now for OMG, but if they're able to group up with the Trinity Force, maybe chip down the next turret, all of a sudden it's closer to 3,000 gold, and they're starting to strangle Snake off a lot of these objectives. Snake need to start using their wave clear and play around the map pretty smart at this point, because as I said, it's a slippery slope. Right now, you're right. Definitely still a very even kill, but can tip over with Trinity Force a little bit earlier in than anything Civ is able to bring to a fight.
Yeah, Flandre actually opting for the Home Guard boots, the Mercury's treads, as his next option. We'll see whether he goes for a Trinity Force, something offensive, or whether it's going to be something closer to that cooldown reduction sort of defensive build with the Frozen Heart or something like that.
Yeah, right now a really good position for OMG. They could have stuck around and pressured that mid lane turret a little bit more to knock down the last one. Looks like Cool will be able to grab it. So as we said, all 3 outers down, and the map really opened up for this Corki to go to work.
Yeah, North actually heading over towards Flandre here as well. Sun turret going to be set up by OMG. And Cool.
Oh, look how quick this rotation is through the Dragon. They've completely beaten Snake around the map. Flandre might be dove, or better yet, there's just a huge minion wave. They can take this out.
Yeah, that's North with a Trinity Force. Fish comes down, wants to just clear the wave here as Flandre makes his way in, but Xiang, he's just going to get exploded. You don't engage with that ability. Chaos Storm down on top of everyone, but you just doesn't do enough damage at the moment. They defend the turret, but they sacrifice Flandre.
And have they defended the turret? Sure, they have a lot of that wave clear still available, but you saw the work that Xiong was doing with his ultimate, mitigating a lot of that AoE, and they have to burn another ult.
Yeah, there's the absolute zero from ZZR. North going to take him down as well. The turret's still standing here, and Xiang, he's going to fall down. In goes Cool. So aggressive. You going to get over the side. He's incredibly low. Gets taken down by Cool, going for the 1v3 as Ella eventually shuts him down. OMG don't take the turret, but that was some aggressive plays from the mid laner of OMG on your screen right now.
Certainly wasn't. He thought Loveling was closer, was all it was. Loveling had the flash, had the ultimate. Instead, you flashed back over the Emperor's Divide and was able to get all of that work done. Let's take another look at it, because Flandre initially goes in, tries to clear out the wave, but just gets completely blown up by this mid-game Corki. And you see the Chaos Storm, but it's on top of Xiong's ultimate at the start. All of the damage mitigated. And then if we continue to watch it out here as we speed it up, you're right, Cool goes completely bonkers. Xiong initiates underneath the turret with the Righteous Glory. We're not going to have a look at it because there's another fight.
Yeah, Loveling's falling down very, very low here. Flashes over the Baron wall. It's going to be safe in the end. Minute 30 until that Baron. As an aside, as Martin is going to be able to clear out this top wave of minions as well. Loveling optimistically taking down this blue buff. Cool is going to be able to pick that one up. Loveling doesn't want to tank it for too long, though, and Cool is going to lock it down.
Yeah, and you have a look. It's another one of these situations where Corki's in a game 1-0-4 and has been able to accelerate to the point that nearly a second offensive item is going to be finished by the time Infinity Edge is coming through for the opposition. Was the Caitlyn the first time. Sivir a little... Wow.
North locks it down with a rocket.
Sivir a little bit smoother in her power curve, but still in danger of being overrun.
Yeah, so, yeah, like you said, Avarice Blade complete. Almost has the static shiv there as well, so has completed now the Infinity Edge. 1-0-2. Nothing to scoff at here for Martin, but hasn't been the same game as it was last time around. Of course, picking up the first 2 kills of the game on the Kalista was pretty handy for Snake's AD carry.
And double blue buff right now for OMG. You can see that they feel they've got the siege going on. Want to set up and see if they can take out this mid lane turret.
Yep, North continuing to poke everyone out. Ella waiting to the side. Depth charge is available.
And they're just rotating between mid and bottom, have the inside track time and time again, stacking up minion waves and seeing what they can get done. It's not going to be a very quick push coming through here, but as long as they continue to whittle down, control the area of Dragon for another minute, that's all they really want to do here. Then they know that no wards have been set up. All of a sudden, the danger of being flanked by Fear is completely non-existent, and you just win the Dragon fight off pure vision.
Yeah, ZCR actually just tanking up that Sand Soldier as North able to get free hits on this turret, unable to take it down just yet. The low range of Corki, a little bit difficult for OMG to deal with at the moment as far as the siege is concerned, but they're able to poke so effectively with this comp.
And you can see they've just completely denied vision. They have the 2 pinks behind the pit. They know that there's nothing there for Flandre to be able to teleport on, and all of a sudden they're whittled down 2 turrets, and they're even going to get one of the outers.
Yeah, inner turret falls down on the bottom side of the map. North wasn't even needed there as Rocket does go wide. Flandre just going to be clearing out the minion wave. And it is going to reset unless North is just going to kill everything here.
Top lane has also become a huge push for OMG, so Flandre needs to move towards it to be able to defend. Another Sun turret coming up. OMG applying a lot of pressure on this mid lane.
Yeah, it looks like Flandre is going to be going for the Trinity Force as his next item, but they do have to deal with this push in the mid lane. Almost going down as this turret. It is going to fall. Loveling looking to try and get in. Jiang actually onto ZZR here. The gravity field did fall down, but ZZR pretty tanky at the moment. He's going to be fine. And OMG just grabbing, like you said, all of the resources, all the standing gold, and you iterated exactly what was going to be happening here. If OMG was able to take hold of this mid-game, and they have, that's exactly what they've been able to do.
So once again, Corki really flexing his muscles around this map, secures them a dragon as well. So 3 objectives quickly fall for OMG. Need to be careful they don't get caught coming out of this, though.
Yeah, there's the on the hunt.
Ultimate
Martin
needs to come through from Amazing.
Yeah, he's going to be able to use it. Glaze from Fisher comes down. Nice use of the spell shield, but Martin might be caught out as North so much damage.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, almost locks down the kill. That crit with the ricochet was insane. Chaos Storm looking for North and Amazing, but that's a really great shield coming out. Flandre going to lock down the kill into Amazing though, and Cool trying to get some work done. Jiang locks down Ella. That's only the support. We'll see whether they can utilize their extra damage. Stun actually effective onto the tree, but Jiang not going to be deterred from that. Doesn't have Righteous Glory just yet.
Flash.
Scrying Orb to come in.
Flash
Flandre
is nearly off cooldown.
Yeah, you getting the speed up. He's looking for it. Oh my goodness, there it is. Emperor's Divide onto you. Forced to use the flash. The last auto attack. Not quite on a big one. Nails it for North, and he comes through with the goods in the end. Flandre, another playful trickster, completely out of mana now. Sapling not going to find it, and Snake do manage to crawl away, but wasn't enough, and still definitely a win for OMG.
Yeah, once again, a slow team fight. It's been a slow game, and that one was definitely drawn out. An overextension came through from ZZR, and Martin thought that they could lock down Amazing by himself, but Loveling was waiting in the wing. All of a sudden, North flew into that fight and able to clean it up, and 3-0-1, Blade of the Ruined King. Sork Boots now built up. North in a huge power spike. It's only going to, like, right now is the time that OMG need to put the screws in. 5,000 gold, definitely a good thing, but Flandre, he's going to continue to ramp up. Yu is going to continue to ramp up. Corki doesn't fall off horribly late game, but is definitely not the late game hyper carry because of the lack of crit. And Amazing, what are you doing?
Yeah, Amazing's dead. No, he's dying. That's what he's doing, Spawn. Flandre going to lock down that kill. He was just trying to get some vision, and he did. Vision of the whole enemy team.
Yeah, they all found him as well. So unfortunately falls down, sees a little bit of map pressure. And that's what they don't want to be doing. You can see they're already set up the bottom lane. It looks like that's going to slow push in OMG's favor. And right now, they're looking to siege up these turrets, use the huge power spike that's come out of Corki, use the power spike that Cool is currently going through to extend this gold lead, but little picks like that set you back the minute time that it takes for you to get back on the red.
Yeah, and you actually transitioning, not deciding to go for that build that you were talking about with the Rabadon's Death Cap, has actually completed the Lucidity Boots and the Morellonomicon.
Yeah, and I like it. As I said, right now it's all about wave clear and keeping yourself safe. If you're you, he needs to just weather the storm, make sure that Flandre gets towards 2-3 items, becomes this huge Cinderhulk top laner that we see time and time again. And the easiest way to do that is Victor, Siva, just sit there and mow down waves and make sure your base remains safe. As long as OMG don't crack the outer turret, 4,000 gold is not insurmountable for Snake.
Yeah, and actually that sort of period of siege for OMG worked out quite well for Snake. Flandre is caught up. He's actually now ahead approximately 15 creeps. Has completed the Trinity Force now, and Martin, he's ahead by about 30. So things working out here for Snake as we move forward, but still behind about 4,000 gold.
Yeah, and still have no vision over those objectives because their minion waves are always so far pushed up. Look at bottom, OMG's caught Ella.
Yeah, Ella's going to be caught out. Rocket comes through from north, but the flash from Ella is going to be good for now. He gets ignited, tries to dredgeline his way to safety. Have OMG gone too far in here as Cool makes his way out the sides. Easy out trying to walk. There's the Chaos Storm. North getting destroyed. Flandre right in amongst this fight. So low are all of these members. The double kill for Flandre. Triple kill make it! And Snake destroy everyone. Not actually a triple as Martin managed to get one of them. Loveling going to be the last one standing. Snake team fighting like gods at the moment. That is going to be the ace. And Snake finally bite back.
And you understand why OMG pulled the trigger. Look at bottom lane. There's a huge minion wave. They thought if we can stop the recalls, focus this part of the map, the creeps will do our job for us. Instead, they overextend, blow so much on a support. Let's take another look at it. And you just destroys the entire back line there. North is so low. Cool gets caught up in all of Flandre's damage. Doesn't get hit by the last concussive blow passive, and Martin just cleans up the back of the team fight.
And Flandre just made himself a massive target that everyone on OMG had to deal with. No one was thinking about the Siva ricocheting all over them.
Yeah, exactly right. And you see that they're able to clean up the rest of the ace there. Loveling falls down. Baron now in Snake's favor. What was a 4,000 gold lead, game back to completely equal. And you have to say that when you look at the 3-threat comp with a Nunu coming out of Snake, they're a much more terrifying late game comp.
The thing that I want to talk about as well is the fact that Snake haven't taken a turret this whole game. They've now got a Baron buff. They can rip through these lanes, tear things apart, and there's so much standing gold available for this squad.
Yeah, there certainly is. So they're utilizing Flandre once again for his split push, probably send him towards bottom lane. And they've got a Siva, they've got a Victor. Once again, champions that are good at sieging, generally good at anti-sieging as well, because they just cut through minion waves, and with those Baroned up creeps, turrets aren't going to last very long.
Yep, Siva did actually start tanking up the turret there as well in the hands of Martin, but he's going to be able to take down the first, and we'll see how many Snake can grab from this Baron buff. Back to come through, and powered recall there for you as he heads back to base, grabs himself a Void Staff, grabs some more items there as well. So it's a 3-item Victor, hasn't got the perfect Hexacore just yet, but a couple of upgrades going to be well and truly enough. We'll see whether he values the extra speed on that Chaos Storm. Has been looking a little laggy at the moment, so probably wants to be able to speed that one up as well as get the shockwave effect of the gravity field. Flandre just going to continue jungling this one out. Almost has both of his sort of pre-components for the Spirit Visage and the Frozen Heart that he's looking to build up next.
So 2,000 gold now the lead. They can grab themselves a dragon if they so choose. Ooh, Martin taking a little bit of damage.
Yeah, does need to be a little bit careful here. Pinkwalk going to spot out Loveling as he might want to take that one down. Ward's over the edge just to be safe. That being said, Dragon going to be taken away. 2 apiece here for these teams as Jiang's actually been able to shove out this top wave. Might be able to take this turret. Flandre is going to be there in time, but loses probably at least a cannon creep out of that wave of minions.
And Snake don't stick around for the last outer, so playing it really calmly here.
Yeah.
They're content with what they've got. Instead, they're going to go back and shop, see what they can come back with. And 30 minutes into the game, well and truly into this teamfight phase.
Oh my goodness. And they've got Ella and ZZR both with Lockets of the Iron Solari. So looking to really try and make sure that these sort of tanky, pseudo-tanky support cast members of the team are going to be as strong as possible. Because, of course, if you have one of these and so does another member of your team, you're both going to get the aura. So it does double up for those 2 members of the team.
Yeah, so coming through there with the double stacking, of course, with Corki right now. Very much a caster AD carry, so yeah. Locket going to do a lot in mitigating both Corki and Azir's damage. Leveling also with a tanky build. No magic penetration coming through there, not going to be doing as much damage. And as we said, the longer this game goes, because of the lack of AD damage, because of the lack of a third legitimate threat coming through for OMG, the harder it becomes.
Yeah, and look at Martin as well. 4-1-6 now, was behind in gold, but now looking like he's well and truly ahead. Almost 4 items on this Sivir. Bloodthirster nearly complete. They're going to rip through another turret, and just look at how easy it is for him with the Blood Boil to get all that work done. All of the outer turrets now removed, so 3 turrets to 5. Was 5 to 0. If I can remind everyone watching at home. So Snake really coming back as far as these objectives are concerned. But OMG, what are they looking for as far as what does a fight look like for them if they're going to find one that they want?
Yeah, so they need to get a pick pretty much at this point. They need to either catch Martin out of position or you. Flandre's too tanky. Can't really get a good team fight in that. So if they can shove up the waves again, make sure that there's no vision control in an area, try and get onto one of the squishier members, because there's so many tanks right now, and blow through them. They can start once again pressuring the base. Problem is that they had this huge advantage. They would know how much gold they've just given away. They were 4,000 gold up. Now they're 3,000 gold behind. 7,000 gold swing just means that they need to mentally pull themselves out of that right now and try and create some play.
Yeah, they certainly do. Rift Scuttler being taken by Martin here as well, so trying to create that little bit of vision for themselves around that area of the map. Baron not going to respawn for the next little while. Probably has another 4 minutes to go. And Snake just shoving up minion waves. Both teams pretty content with playing this game very, very slowly.
Well, there's nothing on the map right now to fight for. So even if you win a fight, the best you can do is try and push into bases and take turrets. Baron's still 2 minutes away. About 4 minutes. Wow, they've caught you.
Yeah, you. Agony's Embrace is down. ZZR uses the locket. Teleport comes through, but Flandre cancels it out. Just wants to stay on the bottom side, but now that Fizz very stationary on the bottom end of the map.
Yeah, and you very stationary in team fights. Doesn't have the flash to get away. Has a little bit of a speed up coming through from the power transfer, but if Loveling is able to find him again, and this is what I said, that as long as you've got an Evelyn, you've got the hope of generating a pick, good things can happen. As Flandre has to rejoin his team.
Yeah, Loveling getting caught out. Oh, there's the Banshee's Veil pop from Ella. He's going to get stunned up, though. The Nautilus dies very quickly. Chaos Bomb is down. Yu's going to get destroyed. Double kill already for Cool Martin, trying to get the work done. He's got a lot of damage, but now he's running the wrong direction. Flandre's going to die. That's the kill for North. OMG, 3 for nothing.
And I cannot believe that Snake chose to fight there. No objective on the map, neutral territory. They pull the trigger of the Sivir ultimate, and they don't have a flash on all of the damage coming through from mid lane. Instead, Xiang's able to get on top of you. Cool completely explodes him, and they're going to break the base.
Yeah, Unbreakable stops the boomerang there as well, so OMG easily able to tear out this inhibitor turret. Loveling locks down kill credit for that one. Gold incredibly even at the moment. Martin going to get slowed down by the Winter's Bite. And OMG now going to transition towards the top side.
Need to be
Still
careful
10 minutes.
Here. 30 seconds on Baron. If they stay too long and try and take out the turret, there's a very real potential that Snake just take Baron from them. OMG recognize it, back off.
Yeah, ZZR going to head back to base here as well. You moving back towards the mid lane. They do have those super creeps to deal with, but a lot of wave clear from every member of the team, especially if, you know, Flandre even has some as well, if that minion wave is away from everything. Spirit Visage now completed for the Fizz. Also has the Glacial Shroud moving towards that Frozen Heart. Yeah, almost remembered. Loveling taking down a Grom for himself as well. So yeah. OMG now setting up vision around Baron.
Death Cap done for Cool is a big pickup here, as well as maybe North moving towards an Infinity X. That would be a very brave build coming out. No armor penetration to speak of, but no completed armor items right now means that he's relatively safe. And with all of the bottom lane pressure, look at the wave control once again coming out of OMG and super creeps in the mid lane. They have great positioning around this Baron.
Yeah, Snake trying to take the inside track so that they can move towards the Baron if they need to. Cool trying to get some auto attack damage down, and his mini waves don't survive very long. Of course, with a 4-item Sivir.
They're going in on Cool.
Yeah, they're looking for him. He does have the Emperor's Divide. Fish! Oh, forces the flash out of Cool.
They're still going.
Yeah, on the hunt comes through. There's ZZR flashes. Oh, Flandre flashes the Emperor's Divide as well. He's on top of the mid laner. Cool's going to fall down. Flandre knocked out. There's a Glacial Fissure. ZZR right in amongst it with the ultimate. North now. Chaos Storm to deal with on top of Loveling. In goes the Dredge line. And Snake, they turn that fight on its head. OMG come out with a fight 3 for nothing, and now it's Snake's turn.
And Cool stuck around to sweep out a ward. The rest of the team heading, wow.
Yeah, okay, North going to get caught out as well. Spell shield from Martin, unnecessary, and Snake delivered another Baron.
And once again, OMG had everything in their favor. Bottom wave, it's like 4 creep waves stacked up on top of it. They had prime position with super creep to be able to get control over the Baron area. Instead, Cool has a brain fade and 5,000 gold. Back the lead for Snake.
Yeah, Martin now has a QSS as well. So
look how many creeps there are there. Oh,
ridiculous.
Sad.
So many casters. If only there was a Diana to Crescent Strike that one. Crescent Strike, sweep, or slash? Not sure. Don't know whether it's Zinzao, Akali, or Diana that uses that particular ability. Complete non sequitur though. Is Snake going to be able to take themselves down? Their 3rd dragon of the game. 5th coming through here.
And OMG have been fighting tooth and nail to keep themselves in this game. Now giving up another advantage. Dragon number 3 going over Snake. You feel that the game's still on a knife edge because all the tools have been picked up that the teams need to win a team fight.
Yeah.
Snake have less margin for error. If Cool gets caught out, OMG's chances are done. If North gets caught out, OMG's chances are done. Whereas you see Flandre, you, Martin, all very real threats, especially when you couple any of them with the Nunu, just able to rip people to shreds.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Martin in comparison to North at the moment. He's going for that Infinity Edge, but Frozen Hearts have almost been completed on both Flandre and ZZR. He's missed that window where the Infinity Edge is a better choice and hasn't managed to get it yet.
Yeah, so he's still working on it. The way Corky's passive works, I actually really hate Last Whisper as an item, but that is a different...
I hate it as a second item.
That is
most
a
definitely.
Different story for a different time, as they're once again looking to see if they can generate a pick.
Yeah, they want to try and grab Flandre. He's getting pinged back here as Loveling was hanging around.
They've caught him.
Yeah, he went back in. Oh, Playful Tricks is going to be used. Agony's Embrace is down onto Flandre. He's trying to fish his way back into this one. Looking for something. He gets out. Got a lot of cooldown reduction. But look, Snake are going to answer. They're going to push down the top wave. Flandre's just bouncing away from them. Not going to be taken. Has the teleport. Can even get a home guard teleport into this team fight if one does break out. They break the base. They grab an inhibitor. Teleports in from Flandre. Full health now on top of Cool. Emperor's Divide used. And Snake just with the complete outplay.
Yeah, Flandre just way too tanky for the 3 utility members of OMG to take out. I thought they must have had North or Cool there, but they didn't. In the end, an inhibitor falls down. Now 10,000 gold the lead. And Flandre's having an interesting build choice.
Yeah, it's got a needlessly large rod. The rod definitely does not need to be that large. See what he does decide to pick up with it. Could just be a Zonya's.
Yep.
To be even more annoying.
That is a really weird build. You'd think if anything, Void Staff would be appropriate because he still does a lot of magic damage.
Luden's Echo?
AD Fizz.
Because Luden's Echo doesn't scale a whole lot and he wants more wave clip.
Well, generally the thought is when all the lockets are built up, things like that, you need some form of penetration to be able to apply things like your W. Martin might be caught.
Yeah, he's going to flash out of the way. Spell Shield was there, uses the QSS at the same time. North, he's trying to get it turned around. Martin locks down the kill. The amount of lifesteal is amazing on this Sivas with the ultimate as well. Martin's still alive. It's ridiculous. Yu comes through as well. Gravity Field. Jiang gets destroyed. What the hell happened? How did they not kill that Sivir?
Yeah, Martin picks up a triple kill to make matters worse. Insult to injury. All of a sudden, Snake streaming into the base. It's 30 seconds. They're going to be able to take this one out.
Yep, they're just going to run straight through here as well. They can take down Nexus turrets if they feel like it. Looks like this inhibitor turret going to fall down first. Inhibitor dies. They just need to get minions into this base. Black forward. There's the Chaos Storm on top of Cool. He is able to make it to the fountain, but
has to burn barrier.
Yeah, Snake going to be able to pick up this 2-0 victory against OMG. There is no other team that they wanted this against more, just to try and get ahead of them on those standings. Then you can see Snake with a beautiful victory.
And 2 games in a row, really good shot calling coming out of Snake. That one fumble around the Baron area where they obviously called the team fight and they popped Sivir ultimate and OMG made them pay. But game 1, great rotation in the top lane. Flandre stopping the back. Sorry, it was the bottom lane. Game 2, really good shot calling once again to take the team fight in the top lane. Claw themselves back into that game. Martin played terrifically again.
He did. Unbelievable. And towards the end now, that Bloodthirster was doing a whole lot of work, making sure that he stayed alive through everything. It looked like he was caught out, but with only North, they just didn't have enough damage. You iterated it to us at the early stages of the game that with sort of the Azir Corki, if one of them dies, they just don't have any of the damage in the team fights to withstand Snake.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's always the danger of playing two threats. Technically one of the better ways to play League of Legends, but it's just so execution focused that if you ever make one of those slip-ups, and when you play against Snake, a team that you know loves to fight, there is so much implied pressure on the map that OMG just made one too many mistakes and Snake made them pay.
Yeah, and Snake, of course, never opt out of going for the aggressive move. You saw how far they chased to cool down that map, made sure that they got the pick, turned it into 3 kills, took a Baron, and then took the game at that stage. They just knew exactly what they needed to do, and they make decisions like they all have the one brain. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, very decisive calling. In the end, coming from Snake, they pick up the 3 points. I want to say that ties them with OMG, although don't quote me. I think we have
a point ahead.
The ladder coming up, and that was just an incredible